you have to be quite patient. And the patient, let me give you an estimate, like how much time it's going to take to reprogram your subconscious mind. And the thing is, you can change your entire life in 3 months. Okay, the framework I'm going to give you, I just want you to follow this for 3 months, and it's going to completely change your life. Just become consistent in this thing. It's going to change your life completely. So what is this framework like? Let me give you an overview, like how this thing works. And is that really complicated, or is that really simple, or is that really simple that you will feel like, nah man, it's too easy, I don't want to do that. Or it's kind of like that. Let me show you, let me give you that let me give you that overview, like how much simple it is. Okay, so the framework of my shadow work is just, you can do this in three simple step. You get three specific simple step, and the three specific simple step, I'm missing the piece of puzzle. This is the part where we are going to you know believe and convert into a more kinder and supportive self-talk. Okay, and that's going to give you growth mindset, like but let's just imagine imagine a scenario where your inner critic becomes your inner friend, like the one that is keeping you keeping you in that lower zone. If that really powerful thing that you're considering, it's really negative, and if that doesn't exist, you may have just skyrocketed your success. What if that inner critic just if it converted, if it transmuted into a something that is supporting you. Just visualize, just imagine a scenario where your inner critic will become your inner friend. You would have you would have skyrocketed your success, right, if that thing happened. And that's what we are going to train in this missing piece of puzzle part. And the other parts are quite about rewiring your physiology, and where we would be training our body to feel relaxed, our nervous system to feel relaxed, because when there was some kind of disalignment between your actions and thoughts, and you feel bad, what start to happen is that that negative emotions start to get stored in your body. And once it become really habituated, if it when it's become subconscious or automatic, what start to happen is you know your aura literally becomes literally becomes negative. And what start to happen is you start to attract like bad experiences and all these kind of things. There was science and there was some metaphysics included in this too, like you got some kind of fields around yourself. Okay, you can call it aura, whatever you want to call it. It's 100% real that it attracts similar kind of experiences. You can also if you want, you can prove it by science. There was some particular science that tried to back it up, but that's not completely. There was still some kind of spirituality left. Spirit, nah, man. Okay, let me do it again. There was still some kind of spirituality left. That is, that didn't science didn't reach the point to prove it. Okay, so there was some things left related to that, but still till now you just have to understand that you got some kind of emotional aura or magnetism around you, and that is kind of linked to your nervous system. Okay, and if that thing is generating positive emotions, what start to happen is you start to attract more good experiences. It's kind of miraculous, but this thing happens. It's a phenomenon. Okay, it's a phenomenon that happens. And what about the third part? Okay, the third part is something I got from that cybernetics guy, psycho cybernetics guy, Maxwell Waltz. Dr. Max, Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Okay, so what I got from that psychocybernetics and the Maxwell Maltz researches, that is, you need to have some kind of that image of what you want, an image of that utopia or vision, whatever you want to call it, that you want, like that you desire, that have that burning desire. And if you kind of remind yourself again and again, the way we are going to do is by visualization, a specific kind of visualization. Once you know like what kind of future you want, you get at that point where it hits, where it hits in your heart or the subconscious, that this is what you want, this is why you are here in this world to achieve. Okay, your desire will guide you, like what is your vision or utopia. And if you achieve that, uh, you just know, if you have achieved that, your life purpose will be fulfilled in this world. If you what you want, and if it reach that point of subconscious or heart, what start to happen is you're going to get really clear, and an instant change is going to, instant shift is going to happen. Like you are going to become really aware about what are the mistakes you're going to do. I mean, what are the mistakes you have been doing in the past years. You would be really clear about the information, like what mistake you are repeating, and you would be also clear about like what actions you have to take in order to reach to the point, and which things you have to put your focus on. So you would be really clear about this kind of things if you are doing this, the third step of the life theater. It is a kind of visualization, so I will teach you like how to do that. There was particular nuances to it, so make sure you are following the exact step I'm giving you. I'm not gatekeeping stuff, so make sure you are using it for yourself, using it using it to reprogram yourself. You can even take it as a mini course, cause I'm not gatekeeping anything. That's why this whole video is really practical. I'm not giving you enough bullshit of universe and hermetism. This is what happened, this is what happened, this is how the universe works. I'm not giving this all kind of bullshit theory to you. I'm just giving you direct. Okay, let's talk about the first, that is missing piece of the puzzle. Okay, you have seen. Okay, if you have ever you know scroll through social media, and or maybe you watch a lot of movies or anime, whatever you consume. Okay, some kind of story based things, or maybe you read novels. I don't know, like I don't know about you. So try to investigate inside yourself. And sometimes while watching movies or watching animes, or uh, whatever you watch, maybe you read novels. What happens is you want to become, this is who I want to become. Uh, you get that feeling of this is who I want to become somewhere in my life. This is kind of my role model, this is the particular qualities that I want in my life. Okay, this is who I want to become. Like your heart or your subconscious intuitively tell you that this is who I want to become. Okay, so when that happens, be aware of them. Okay, be aware of them, and try to note it somewhere, because it is a signal from heart. So uh, it's giving you a lot of signals that going to help you later on. Okay, but for now, just if somewhere in your life, if that happens, Try to take a note of it. Okay, try to take a note of it, and just realize that the fact that your heart wants it. Okay, because that intuitive feeling that this is who I want to become. This is this person or this particular character has some kind of quality that I want to adopt in my life. I want to adopt in my identity. So when your heart give that kind of signal, please do note it somewhere else or make a vision board out of it. It depends on you. Okay, maybe you watch Fight Club and maybe you want to become like Tyler Durden something. So make a vision board out of it. Okay, make a vision board out of it or note it somewhere when your heart gives you that intuitive feeling of this is who I want to become. And there was some reason like why that happens. Cause I have a particular theory that you know in the end of our life, our identity is going to become a full completed puzzle. Okay, and till now you are a puzzle that is kind of not complete. It is left to complete it by some pieces of puzzle that is left. So maybe one part of the self is present and few particular selves are missing, and only your heart can guide you like which is the missing puzzles that you have to adopt. Okay, I mean what are the missing puzzles that you have to put in that psychological puzzle of missing selves, and you have to integrate it. You have to integrate in your psyche so that you can become that whole completed puzzle at the end of your life. So this that intuitive feeling of this is who I want to become, this is who I want to adopt in identity, this is the quality I want to adopt in my identity, are just nothing but pieces of puzzle that is left to complete. Okay, so when that happens, now you have noted it. Now you have to work on it, right? How you're going to work on it is you have to first know the character or quality traits that you want from that particular character. Okay, particular character or role model, whatever you want to call it. So once you have done that, make sure you know about that character enough. Make sure you have particular scenes about that character, like what is the personality of character, what are the traits of character. And then this is the practical part. Okay, take notes. Make sure you are taking notes. Take note about this particular thing. That is, you have to now get a voice. Okay, you all have a self talk. Okay, you all of you guys have some kind of self talk that keeps on running again and again. This thing are called internal conversation that keeps running over your head again and again, and most of the times these internal conversation are negative. And the first thing you can start in order to rewire your mind, that is, you create you know you create a web of voice. Okay, and you take some kind of dummy identity. Okay, dummy identity from these all role models, and you repeat the voices from this role model, dummy role model, that is going to guide you throughout your day on moment to moment basis. And just let this guy voices, okay, let that web of role model become your internal conversation. I hope you're getting it. You take that web of role models, and then what you do is you take the voice and let that voices guide you moment to moment basis, like what you are. Let them reaffirm like who you are in real, who you are as a person, and also make sure they're guiding you like how you should uh respond appropriately to moment. Okay, And when they're reaffirming your identity, make sure it's in present tense. There was a reason like why in present tense. I'm not going to tell you why you have to, reaffirm yourself in present tense, but just realize the fact that you have to first become, then you have to take action. And if you take action from one particular identity or frequency, then things start to change. Okay, you just have to take that particular information in your mind. Make sure it's you know make sure you're taking actions from that particular identity. Not you not I mean, you don't have to take actions first. You don't have to just take action first. And like most of people take action and hope to become that kind of identity. Don't go like that. First, you have to change your identity completely. You have to assume the state of the person you want to become, and then you have to take action. Then things start to change. Otherwise, the thing is not going to change. You have already, you know, tried it, and if you have tried it, you may notice that you start to fall into that spiral of going downwards again and again, again and again, and then you go up, then you go down, and we don't want that spiral. So make sure you're doing this particular thing. So this is the missing piece of puzzle. Okay, and the second thing, that is unit role, and this is the part where the real retraining of your nervous system starts. Okay, just wait a second. Okay, because of traumatic events, or maybe people create their own trauma in their head. Most likely, you know this thing happens, and your body start to store that particular kind of emotions, like whatever your emotion you feel in dominantly. Okay, whatever emotions you feel dominantly, what start to happen is you start to attract emotions related, you start to attract experiences related to that emotions. Okay, if you're feeling really nervous and you don't know like why that thing is happening, just realize the fact that first your body has some habituated response to particular emotions, and most likely these things are negative. So you know you just keep on feeling bad emotions again and again, and you start to attract that kind of emotions again and again. And there was some kind of metaphysics to it, so you don't have to still worry about these kind of things, but still realize that there was a particular thing related to this outer forces and emotions. You can prove it by science, by the way. If you want to prove it by science, then it's fine too. But I want to go multidimensionally. I want to see things from a multidimensional perspective. So if it works, it works. And the only thing you should care about, if that thing is working, then you don't have to care about like which discipline you know it's getting proven from. So you just have to get results. You just focus on results, and it would be good for you, and it would also help you to get out of that hell of taking sides. Okay, so let's get back to our unit role relaxation part again. Okay, first you have to note your triggers. Okay, first you have to note your triggers, like what are your triggers. And if you don't know what triggers are, so well, whenever something happens, the situation, the context, okay, what is happening to the surroundings, and it's making you feel some particular kind of emotions. So what's happened before, okay, what's happened before that lead to that emotion is what we call as trigger. the preceding actions that come before that emotions that lead to that emotion is called trigger. Okay, so you have to first be aware of trigger, like when this triggers arises. Was it in high crowded areas, or was it in, some kind of uh, I don't know, man. Y- you have to check your mind, check your experiences, like when you feel this kind of emotions, uh, flight and flight kind of emotions, the autonomic response of stress or negative emotion, whatever you want to call it. Okay, when that happens, the first thing you have to do is you have to be aware of which part is constricted. Okay, when this kind of triggers arises, the first thing that happens is that particular kind of tension, stress, and constriction is going to, you know manifest in your body. Okay, the first thing it's going to do is constrict one part of your body. And if that happens, then look at your, put your awareness on the part of your body where it's constricted. Okay, is that in your chest, is that in your solar plexus, is that in your head? The first thing you have to do is point it out. Okay, point it out at the moment where that happens, because we want to train our nervous system, autonomic nervous system, to respond calmly to this stressful situation. Or this stressful situation usually happened because you have trained yourself in a really bad way related to things. So what we are going to do in this 3 months is just train our nervous system to respond, stress free to this situation, that we don't have to worry about. So if that happens, put your awareness on the things where you feel some kind of, stress, constriction, whatever you want to call it, and put your intention on that part. Or intention is something that is just it's just intention. Like intention means focus. Put your focus on that part of that thing, and you relax it, and you just have to slow down your breathing, and just feel that relaxation in that part, feel that part with particular relaxation. You slow down your breathing. You can, if you don't have any breathing pattern, then I'm going to give you one. So you put awareness on that part, you deepen the relaxation. Okay, put your awareness on that thing, you relax it, you deepen the relaxation, and you slow down your breathing. You inhale for 5 seconds and exhale from your mouth for 7 seconds, and you do it again and again. Just wait a second. Okay, so once you have mastered this whole framework of unitrol, okay, or unicontrol, whatever you want to call it, then once you are able to do it, you know do it in what do it in a situation where you find yourself in a really flight and flight response, or stressful response, or any negative emotions. You can also use it in urges or craving, by the way. Okay, it's going to also help you in that moments to train your willpower. And if you are able to do it again and again at a stressful moment, you can combine it with exposure therapy. You expose yourself to that flight and flight response triggers or contexts, and you train unitrol. Then if you do it again and again, with enough repetitions, what start to happen is your nervous system start to get it will start to get rewired. Okay, so this is the second thing you have to do. And the last thing, this is the part where it can also help you manifest stuff. It is basically to train our subconscious and embed our subconscious to give us direction of what we are chasing on, what is important for us. Because if something is not important, you something that is giving you good emotions is not giving you that importance, or if that particular good emotions vision is not important to you, then what start to happen is your mind is going to distract into that negative things throughout the world. Or let's say you know, a lot of wars are happening, and there was a lot of bad thing happening in this world. If you don't have that vision of that that is giving you good emotions, then what's start to happen is your mind is going to get distracted into that negative things that is really unnecessary to your your goal or whatever you want to achieve. So you should have some kind of vision, and make sure it's embedded in your deeper state of minds. So in order to train that thing, we are going to do this theater of the mind exercise. So let me show you like how to do that. So when you are doing this unilateral relaxation, okay, just take any moment in your day, or schedule 30 minutes. Start with 15 minutes. Like I'm recommending you to start with 15 minutes. So that would be good for you to build your habit first. And you do that unilateral relaxation to your body. You relax. You can also do it while laying down, or I would recommend you to do this while sitting, okay, so that you don't fall asleep. So what you're going to do now is you visualize yourself. Okay, you have to do it while first you have to make sure you have first clear your thoughts, flow of thoughts. You have calm your brain wave activity by using unit rule first. Otherwise don't do it. Don't actually get into visualization. Otherwise that unnecessary random thought is going to interfere on that thoughts. Okay, so the first thing is it okay, sit in a relaxed position. You do unilateral relaxation exercise, and then you visualize yourself entering in a really luxurious theater or empty hall, and you see yourself taking the first seat. This is the start of your visualization. And then you see a theater that is playing a movie, and the movie should be in first person, like you are seeing like what's happening through your through your first person perspective. And now you start visualizing. Okay, now you start visualizing in that theater. Okay, you visualize yourself inside your theater, like as a character. You hear the sounds, you see sense the temperature, you see the pictures or images, whatever you want. And then you exit out the theater and come to real world, and you open your eyes, and you know that's how you visualize. Okay, and the only thing you have to keep in mind about visualization is make sure you are having that faith. You're having that faith that is going to come true, or godlike faith, or whatever you want to call it. Make sure you believe that is going to come true. Don't hear anyone who is telling you like this is not possible, because faith is something that is only internal. It doesn't come from any external things. The only way you can develop faith is through internal conviction that this thing is going to happen. I know this thing is going to happen. And when there was faith, there was no fear that should come. Okay, make sure you are not putting any fear. Make sure you are throwing out fears from your consciousness. Throwing out fears and doubts from your consciousness. So once you done that, and you're doing this theater of mind exercise, and once you believe that that thing is going to happen, you 100% know, and you ignore every doubts from your consciousness. Especially it's the hardest part, but if you are able to do this thing, it always manifests. Like there was literally thousands of experiences related to this thing, this visualization or theater of mind things, and it always worked for you know every person who did this exercise. And just realize the fact that the people you are seeing as a success icon, it is just not pure hard work. They all do kind of mindset stuff. They just don't tell you that they don't do mindset stuff. They all do mindset stuff. Some got their psychologists, psychiatrists, some got manifestation coaches, some got spiritual, mentors. They all have this kind of people that is giving them specific knowledge related to mindset stuff, and you just don't know about it. And how do I know about this? Because I work with this kind of peoples, a few months ago. So I know that this thing happens there. So you have to now just train your muscle on this three frame I mean in this three step framework. Okay. And if you continue it long enough, you're going to literally, I'm telling you, you're going to manifest stuff, you're going to heal yourself, you're going to change your perception related to world, and at the end you're going to attract way more good experiences. I mean, at the minimum you're going to attract way better experiences than before, because your consciousness is now elevated if you're doing these things I'm telling you. And I hope you enjoyed it. And that's how you're going to heal your heart in 2026. That's it. Bye.